सुबह से कुछ खाया नहीं, खाली है मेरा पेट, आया हूँ एफबीएच पे पर एनी बाय है लेट। मैंने कल रात से डिनर भी नहीं खाने के बाद कुछ नहीं पिया है। ये फ्लेक्स नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ये सब नहीं करना चाहिए, खाना
ये
टाइम
सब
पे
नहीं
खाओ।
करना चाहिए।
सच्ची मत करो, मैंने भी नहीं खाया लेकिन पूरा दिन पागलपंती से भरा था।
Yes.
Before I come to you guys, firstly, it's good to have Ash back on screen. So,
Yes.
yes,
I
welcome Ash.
was I
Welcome
was
back,
so
Nathan.
I was so like raring to stream. I was missing streaming. It's been through 2-3 weeks roller coaster of life going on right now, but good to be back. Thanks, Annie, for inviting. Let's go.
Of course, yeah, of course. Like I said, soon as I told you guys, soon as I do night streams, it just took a year and a half to figure it out. I will be with you guys. अभी
Yes.
के लिए तो फिलहाल रात का चालू है, अभी मालूम नहीं पड़े बच्चे का शेड्यूल क्या होता है, कभी वापस पलट
Yes.
जाता है, बट
Yes. Absolutely.
बिफोर में एपिसोड में पूरा हम हाथ गंदे करते हैं हमारे। मैं कल रात को हमने वॉच अलोंग किया। Nathan had joined us along with
Yes.
Lala and Ishan and Prashant was there and
Yes.
Unfiltered
The
दोनों
group
पे
was
थे।
there.
The
Let's
group
go.
was there. खत्म किया, बात की, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट शेयर की, लेफ्ट ऑन अ पॉजिटिव नोट, नॉट बिकॉज आई लाइक फाइंडिंग पॉजिटिविटी, आई डोंट, आई एम अ वेरी pragmatic person. If it's not there, it's not there, I'm not going to find it, f everybody. I was like, फिर भी चलो यार, honestly this is like the attacking performance Old Trafford पे, honestly जो हमने
Yeah.
टेन हाग के टाइम में भी नहीं देखी है। And let's be honest, if you put a hand on your heart, we
Hmm.
saw counter attacking supremacy passing under Ole. We didn't
Yep.
see build up this heavy, this
Hmm.
clean. Even in
Yep.
his best matches, you see the Cavani
Yeah.
compilation, सब देख लो, it was a good
Yeah.
first half of football.
Yep.
So I was like, चलो ठीक है, whatever, I'll go to sleep, I'll wake up, मैं रिव्यू बनाऊंगा। यार सुबह खोला, काम खत्म किया, घर पे पहुंचा,
Doesn't
दोपहर
happen.
भाई एक माइनू का भाई का आ गया। आ लाइक चलो यार, फिर भी इग्नोर करता हूँ। वैसे भी कल रात को खटक रहा था ये शेयर, वो अपना ये हैरी अमास और वो उसका चीडो का,
Harry
मतलब
Amas and Collier Chido.
like,
Yeah, man.
चलो छोड़ दो, leave it. And then just when I made a slide meeting, literally making a review, I saw the Bruno का this thing and I'm like, इतना
I swear to God.
डिमोटिवेशन कि मैंने वो डिमोटिवेशन पे एक रील बना के रिलीज किया आधे घंटे पहले। वरना सुनील नहीं होता ना आज तो ऑनेस्टली ये चैनल पे रिव्यू नहीं आता। लाइक ही पुट अ रिव्यू शॉर्ट अप, थैंक गॉड ही केम फ्रॉम अ ही टुक अ ब्रेक फ्रॉम हिज ब्रेक
Right.
बिकॉज़ बॉस आई कुडंट फैथम कि आई वांटेड टू टॉक जेन्युइनली अबाउट गुड फुटबॉल नेथन एंड ऐश कि लाइक
Right.
चलो जो भी है थोड़ा अच्छा भाई क्या खेला, ओके चलो यार चांसेस मिस किए, बूमो ने किया वो,
Fair.
and then we're talking about this crap again, and this is like self implosion, man. Like I don't know who asked Bruno these questions. I don't know why the players are doing this. Like does Amorim himself have told the players I'm going to leave? Like ये क्या चालू है यार? Like I thought we had a competent Avengers in the back boardroom. भाई Avengers का मतलब नकली वर्जन है भाई।
Oh, I mean, this is. Can, can you hear me? मेरा थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है net. All good, right? No. I mean, see, I mean, if I want to talk about last night game, like thoda sa a bit as well, and then I'll come back to what's exactly like turning up on the events. I mean, last night game is like there's so many things to be happy about, and then you see a 18-year-old kid getting exposed left, right, and center in center back tells you like this like like where do we go from here defensively as well, you know that's been like my thing since day one. But the good thing is that we have scored 30 goals. We're the second highest scorer in the league, by the way, equal to Man City and Arsenal, I think, equal to Arsenal as well.
Arsenal.
But man, equal to Arsenal, right? And I actually, and Ani rightly pointed out, we saw some great stuff in terms of like 4-4-2 in full swing. And I told Nathan in the 4-4-2 in full swing, that press, that quick intensity maintained in the attack. But I also said, Nathan, that we lost intensity when we needed the most, and that's where we conceded a lot of the goals. If even if you see the Casemiro lunging tackle on the Tavernier,
Yeah.
and then eventually led to, I mean, if you see, and I always talked about this, Nathan, every fucking game I've talked about this. There is it's not about the ability of players right now. There is a mental block. There's right now a mental block that you can see fear in the eyes of these players every time they concede a goal. It's like I'm going to concede another. And this is not even a pattern of Man United. This has been a pattern of lot of clubs right now. I mean, you see Man City just conceding goals after goals against Fulham. It's like momentum. No team right now in the Premier League. I'm not defending Man United because we have been defending like shit. But
But Ash, is it fatigue or is it the fact that a lot of youngsters have come into a lot of teams this year, irrespective of United
absolutely,
or not, because of injuries? Youngsters, like
absolutely.
this comment says, are going to make mistakes. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is where you need to keep them playing these games to actually they need to learn. Like the heavens. Like you see the paradox. Like the last game, Heaven, like we are singing praises about Heaven, like all the stats, like how many duels he's won. And the next game is absolutely exposed. So this is gonna happen. And this is what rebuild means. Rebuild means you need your players long term, that these player profiles are going to play for you long term. You need to keep on testing them in those games. If you don't test them in those games, they won't be churned as a good player going down the next season. You will see a much better version of Aiden Heaven next season, but he needs to be in those situations to learn. If he's always be in that protective cocoon, it's not going to happen. That's why I wanted Mainoo, and it was a good. Actually, I like that substitution by Amarim yesterday when he brought in Mainoo. Perfect time, and you saw exactly this. This is what I've been saying, Nathan. I refuse to believe that Mainoo cannot play in this pivot. I
I don't
refuse to
I
believe.
don't see, it's not, I don't think it's about playing it, can they play or can they not. I don't think we can play a
Depths of the
two-man
team.
midfield. It doesn't matter who's in the
Yeah,
midfield.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is better. I think this is irrespective of team
So
in current.
who believes Kobe Menu can't actually play in our team genuinely
Lot
after
of
the way
lot of
we play
fans
every week?
ask the chat right now. They will say you right now. Kobe Manu is a shit
No,
player.
they will say, let's say he's had an off season, but who believes he can't play in a three-man midfield? No,
No,
that's what
I
I'm saying.
certainly don't.
Whichever combination of these players will all look bad. Doesn't matter.
Exactly, exactly. And this is where I have been saying a lot, right? If United want to do a holistic rebuild, you need to expose these players week in week out to exactly understand where they land. If your bench don't get enough minutes, now we have landed onto the AFCON period, the infamous AFCON period right now all the rumors going around that we might play a 4-3-3, that all were just absolute hoax. We eventually ended up playing 4-4-2, right? And this is exactly what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 4-4-2. You will see Zirkzee and
Oh
Seshko
no,
joining 4-4-2.
yaar.
I
Oh
swear to God, this is
no.
gonna happen. Zirkzee and
Bro,
Zirkzee and Sheshko top in the front two, 4-4-2 with
Bring back
Mount
Hoyland,
left
yeah. I
wing.
don't care what anyone says. Just bring back Hoyland. These people don't know
Ani,
what they're
just
talking
imagine the
about. Yeah,
team, okay?
please.
4-4-2. Yeah. And I'm gonna cringe Nathan out there. Sheshko Zirkzee up top, Mount because Mount cannot play striker. Period. Cunha maybe. Sheshko Cunha maybe. Mount left wing, Bruno center, and now Bruno. I don't know he's going on Jan or not. Bruno कैसे कैसे
bro,
कैसे is
Seshko
suspended next
Xerxes up top reminds me 3 साल पहले बर्नली में विदारा और वुड था ना साथ में.
game. Rodriguez. J Rodriguez.
Yeah,
CJ
J
make
Rodriguez
it
is
Rodriguez.
English
some play.
football great again, Animesh. We'll be here for it.
Right.
4-4-2.
So, but the question too, I think Ani and Nathan right now. I mean, why?
Nathan take
Like,
it.
yeah, why? I mean, we had a fantastic first half, 2-1, right? That suddenly you see the team completely coming off as a completely different team, and the opposition, like, they just coast around us. Like, how can we just concede after such a brilliant, one of the best first halves we have seen this season after the Arsenal game, to concede so quickly? To me, this is not an ability issue. This is completely a mental block. Do you think that's the case?
100%.
Or
Nathan, isn't
Like,
it like is
pressure.
how many matches have we taken the lead and we're like, oh no, we're taking the lead. What do we do? What do we do? Ah, panic, panic, panic.
they look clueless, bro. Like everyone is just hankering around. Like the players are not even in the positions to like do the basics of the game, right? Right, Nathan.
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, we, instead of packing our defense, we need to pack our midfield. We just simply need to
Just
pack
some
our midfield.
control,
It,
just
like
keep it
now,
compact.
I'm seeing someone say like we were attacking in 3-4-3, we were just pressing in 4-4-2. Paolo Maldini, maybe you're right, but can we just be play simple football? These things sound really great to read, It might even look impressive when we just play some simple football and win games.
Yeah.
Is it really that? Is it genuinely that hard to ask at this point of time? People were saying to Animesh, I mean to me, Animesh, that look how many comebacks we made, and then I counted them. I'm like, were you all watching when Solskjaer played? Do you have any idea how many comebacks we actually made? By the way, first of all, guys, a comeback is not when we are leading and then we draw.
We drop points
A,
and then
a comeback is when we are losing and draw or win. That's
which we
what a
have
real
done a
comeback is.
lot under Ole, by the way. Second half
What
FC
we
we
have
were
done
coming.
at Ruben Amorim is winning, then drawing or losing, which is not what a comeback is because we were ahead to begin with.
Yeah. And
Like
almost, and by
yesterday.
the way, almost lost it had not Lamens saved that last thing, by the way. That would have been 5-4 curtains,
We
Bournemouth.
will come to Lamens later. I have to call out
I
one,
have
two,
to,
three.
I have to also
Oh,
call out some stuff.
But
why? Y'all have a problem with traditional goalkeepers now?
No,
then
we did
traditional
not
goalkeepers, I have a problem with positioning
position
panic.
doing the
Oh
basic
wait,
stuff.
so what? So Animesh, what you're
David,
saying is
I know what Nathan is
you
doing right
wanted
now.
an experienced traditional goalkeeper.
I know what he's doing right now.
I can
I
see it.
can't. I can't. I
I'm not
can't
doing
wait
this.
to talk about Bruno. By the way, I'm waiting. I'm
Oh,
waiting
I can't.
until we get
so
there.
much to talk. So
Before
much to
before we
talk.
go sideways, left, right, up, down. The point of yesterday's was okay. Did fatigue play a role? Yes, it did. Yes, okay. We play only one game a week. This team is a bunch of unfit bozos in terms of fitness. Very talented, very good. Slick on the ball, can press for
Yeah,
20 minutes. For
that's it.
20 minutes. ये टीम की capacity 20 मिनट है भाई लोग. Let's accept this. It is not the case that it should be. बूमो छोड़ के जो भी कल थक गया तो बूनो what Prashant kept telling Boomo का burnout हो गया है.
Boom was
Boomo's
burned out,
burnt out.
man.
His finishing
We
is
can
all over.
see it.
He's like taken too much weight on his head, thinking कुन्या नहीं
You can
शोट
see
कर
it.
रहा था, सेस्को ने
Yeah,
गोल मारा था, मैं करता हूँ, आमाद नहीं कर रहा था, कर तो लिया, बचा तो लिया, इधर तक तो लेके आया, बट वो खत्म हो गया है और अभी वो
yeah,
एफकॉन गया है और सीजन
yeah,
खत्म भी नहीं आधा हुआ है वो एफकॉन जाके क्या ही होने वाला आई डू नॉट नो आई एम वरीड अबाउट दैट
yeah,
ऑब्वियसली
yeah.
सो यस लेट्स
Yeah,
लुक एट द फटीग पॉइंट इट्स
Cameroon has a good group. Ivory Coast has a good group. After that, I
या
don't really know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah. I mean,
हाउ कैन अरे लाला भाई अरे शांति
No,
बनाए रखिए
don't engage. Don't
don't,
engage.
do
Don't
not,
engage.
do not.
Don't engage. See what he's doing.
So your so I'll look at this. Look, fatigue is definitely a thing. As ridiculous as rival fans को लगेगा chat में, it is what it is. How weak our
And by
team
the
is.
way, they have a right to think it's ridiculous too. Let's
It
call
is.
Yeah,
a spade a
What
spade.
is wrong? But
absolutely. What is wrong
it
is
is
wrong, man.
sadly it's still factual, and it is thanks to Amorim that the team has gotten slightly fitter and not falling like flies because he insisted. Amorim ने insist किया था if he is staying around, कि all the medical team has to change.
Yeah,
So this was on Amorim. Some small credit I can give him over there. Moving on from that bit, ki it is ridiculous. Fatigue is an issue, but it is. Problem is कि जब भी आप intensity से काम करते हो, आपने 7 स्ट्राइकर को चेंज किया है. विंगर्स एंड स्ट्राइकर्स कंबाइन 7 चेंजेस और फिर भी आप गोल नहीं मार सकते. तो भाई कोई भी आके आपके सामने गोल मार देगा. ग्रिम्सबी मारेगा ही गोल ऐसे. How many chances can you not? So this is where Nathan, I think Ash is nail on the head, and I said this before a couple of seasons back. Mentality, मुझे लगा था Nottingham and Tottenham. Like you said, we were down after going up, which is sad. Last season हम हार देते. It would be 3-1, 3-1. At least somewhere, someone apart from Casemiro wanted to win, which is a bigger
right.
shock. So मुझे लगा चलो mentality will build from this. They will keep their heads. They maintain करेंगे lead को लेंगे तो या शायद 1-0 जीतेंगे. Next game आके एवर्टन से हक दिया.
Yep.
छोड़ो. West Ham 1-1. Terrible. Okay, छोड़ो. Leave it. Won the last game. Wolves expected. Look at Arsenal struggle. Arsenal have injury crisis. Don't compare to Arsenal. Generally don't. But glad we still beat Wolves and didn't lose to them. Would have been a sackable offense on the spot.
Yeah.
लेकिन कल के बारे में it comes to all of these combined, right? I feel one way I will defend what I wanted to say in my review is कि young players are going to make this mistake. With Bournemouth, Joe attackingly has pacey players, technically sound players. Aiden Heaven, Lenny Yoro was always going to be a problem, but that's not on Amorim, not on Yoro or Heaven. ये होती है. There were times where we had no fit centre backs and Carrick and Fletcher used to play and eat goals but that is the only option we had.
You know,
Richa
Annie,
को
The Silva brothers played wing.
Yeah, and you couldn't start. You couldn't start. People are like Licha ko de deta. Amorim pagal. Amorim doesn't trust youngsters. Boss, he played heaven and euro over starting Licha. What do you mean that
Yeah.
he doesn't trust?
Leja was
Like,
fit, by the way. Right now, he's fit to at least play at least half 45 minutes.
yeah,
And this is where
you
Annie
don't. Yeah, bol.
and Annie and this is exactly, and I completely would accept mistakes from budding players like Heaven and Euro than mistakes from your senior players, dropping off shoulders from your senior players, your leadership group dropping your shoulders in the game. And the intensity I was talking to you about, where like the massive drop of intensity during the 65th to 75th minute before we started equalizing, that was staggering. I thought Bournemouth might just score 4-2. I was expecting 5-2. Suddenly we made a shift. That's a different call. I think after Seshko came in. But you see my point. I cannot take senior players in this squad dropping off their shoulders. I'm fine with Heaven making mistakes, because let's be honest, we know the quality is there. We have seen that quality. We have seen that quality can be consistent as well. One-off mistakes is fine, but I cannot expect, like, and this is where I know we'll come to Bruno later, but this is where I can understand the frustration of Bruno Fernandes.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
can absolutely understand the frustration of Bruno Fernandes right now. Who is stepping up when shit hits the
Bro,
fan?
the people think that selling him, we are going to get people to step up is the most laughable thing I've heard any fan say in my life.
Go
The
clip
same
my
way they
streams
said
in the
we'll
past.
get a
I've
new
said this.
people
goalkeeper
are
and they step
saying
up.
people are
Yeah.
saying sell Bruno for 100 million, buy two midfielders. One of them is Baleba, price tag 110 million. I was like, while speaking,
Forget
how is the
forget that. Forget
not
that.
matching?
He's
How is the
he's
math
laying so
not
many.
matching?
Bro, forget that. He's laying so many eggs. He doesn't even make it past the hour. He should open a broiler. That's how many eggs he's laid since the beginning of the season. Bro, he's not making it past the hour, and people are saying he's doing it so we can buy him at a discount. We'd be the biggest mugs on
Yeah.
planet Earth. No, if we buy Carlos Baleba. Mark my words.
Yep. Yep. And
Biggest.
and you know and you know and today, I mean, we're touching this topic. It's fine. I mean, and if Bruno today leaves in Jan, I will never. I'm not like the fans of other clubs. I will never bash Bruno Fernandes for leaving this
Chance.
goddamn football
No
club.
chance. Not for
Period.
me.
My legend, my hero, what a player, given his all, taking a mediocre team on his shoulders week in, week out. Right? We can
It just
understand
it,
the
it
frustration.
just makes you appreciate David De Gea who had to do double the time, doesn't it?
I'm
It
appreciating
makes you no,
Diogo
I'm just saying
Dallo
it
right
makes
now,
you
bro. No, hold on, Nathan. I'm appreciating Diogo Dallo right now as well. That blood has been shuffled right back, left wing back, right wing back, midfield. Tucking in right back, supporting the midfielder during Ten Hag era.
I remember, yeah.
Jumping up and down the flank under Mourinho era, and then again was loaned to AC Milan, came back under another manager, played under so many managers. Like, he didn't even get a start while Carreras was there. He was flung into left wing back, and he made mistakes. You see so many the things that are wrong in this football club right now. This is exactly what it is.
Bro,
You
but they
see,
will blame the people that actually work for the club as the
right?
people who are at fault for the club's downfall.
This is and I completely and
Yes.
today Bruno leaves. Thank you for the memories. Amazing player. I can
I'll be
understand if you want
shattered,
to
yeah.
leave.
Bruno, the
And
Nathan's
and
player FC
Nathan
ends today. That day, player FC ends after 25 years of support. The day
and
Bruno
I'm
Fernandes walks out of club, no, I'm going to grill everybody, the managers every week. I'm going to fry all of them on a weekly
and
basis.
and and,
Over.
and I'm and I'm and I'm, and I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna cook each one of them in the chat who even comes on my stream and will tell that, okay, it was a brilliant decision to let go of Bruno because we bought in Elliot Anderson. United is still ready to get
Ami
Elliot
G,
Anderson,
Ami
irrespective
J
whether
is
they
what?
sell Bruno or
Ami
not.
J does Elliot Anderson got?
Let him have like zero goals
Does
and
he?
assists. The fact.
Zero.
Hold
That's
on,
what he
hold on.
has.
The fact,
Dude, if you guys
people
notice
talking
in
about
the
trophies.
last 2 minutes, Ash, अगर जो आप मेरा चेहरा देख के freeze करके कोई cut करता ना, you could have done the hello darkness, my old friend.
Exactly. Because
I
this is
mean,
what we three discussed. You remember the team we had selected,
look, we all
Martial left.
criticized Bruno. Three of us criticized Bruno for being petulant, whiny, whingy, sometimes like doing Hollywood passes.
Huh?
That is all valid criticism क्योंकि वो करता है. But वो
Right.
करने के बाद हम वही बोलते हैं कि उसको आप निकाल नहीं सकते हो. We have supported him over Mainoo only for that reason. If it has to come to the manager's stubbornness, even though that stubbornness is wrong, that we get
Bro,
why Bruno's fans.
bro,
But
a
one second.
season.
But after we saying stuff like this, how are people like we can still get 100 million from Bruno and we'll get, but that is one player. We need three
Bro,
in the
Bro,
Annie,
midfield.
the
I'm
fact that
telling you.
people
Look,
can,
hold on,
people
Nathan.
think one player is going to replace Bruno Fernandes is the most hilarious theory I've heard in my
Hilarious
life.
theory. And I'm gonna remind those exact fans who are saying this. Last
Okay,
season,
pause. Sorry,
Huh.
Ash, because you both are talking. Nathan, take it and then go to Ash. Okay.
Yeah.
Why has this come out now? Why did he say this now? What is the reason of this coming now? Is it because ये जो हुआ basically club के तरफ से कुछ आया उसको info इसलिए कर रहा है? It is as good as वो साला का point ना भी है 4-4 हुआ है suddenly ये क्यों निकली report leak हुआ है?
great question actually. Where is this coming from? I
Okay.
have like no.
This is a
fucking
great
clue.
question. Ganesh and Ankit.
Ankit.
A lot of questions are.
I will ask you a counter question. Why did it come out in April that he's looking to go to Saudi?
It came out. No, transfer window was there.
Let
Like,
me
people
counter. Yeah,
forgetting.
let me counter it now. Before the
Because season
Europa
got
League
over.
final, his head
Because
is
season got over.
gone. Season was. Why did it come out back then?
I did a full-fledged stream. I remember on this one.
No, I'm just
Exactly.
saying. I'm not. See, Ankit asked a perfectly valid question. The question is when they heard people, not necessarily Ankit, heard it in April. Let him go. Yeah, he wants to go. He wants that Saudi money. His head is turned. He's not playing well. By the way, someone said Bruno was not able to give 6 numbers back. He was our second best GA merchant in our season.
Wait,
in the
hold on,
last
Ishan,
50 years.
Ishan. Wait, this is where Annie I was wanted
Last
to
50
correct
years,
people.
he still did the
Hold on,
best
Nathan.
GA.
I'll take this statement, but he was not able to give numbers 6 months back. A team finished 15th, lost Europa League final. Bruno had 19 goals, 17 assists in that season in all competitions. By the way.
No, I mean, whatever, yeah. It is what it is. Why is no one else stepping up is a better question, Ishan. How about that?
How
Why
about
no
that?
one else
Exactly.
stepping up?
Why didn't Hoyland step up? There were reasons to it. Why didn't Rashford step up during this time? He was sent out to loan. Why did Garnacho not step up? Why did
He was
why
a
did
small
Ugarte not
child.
step up? Why did
Yeah,
Mainoo
well,
not step up?
well, we know why Ugarte didn't step
Why?
up. Though.
And I'll tell you one
Let's
more
be
player who did
honest.
not step up when it was needed. Why not? Why didn't Ahmad didn't step up? He was
Oh,
one of
Ahmad
the
had a bad season.
best talents.
Ahmad
Right?
had a bad season last year.
There are
Anyway, it
problems
is what it is.
bigger than
Check the
Bruno
numbers. Check
Fernandes.
these numbers like
Check
you
the
said.
numbers. That's what exactly I was mentioning the numbers right now.
19
Right?
goals, 19 assists over 57 matches. You want to see
Carrying
the
the
bigger
team
one?
on the shoulders.
Look at the minutes.
Look at the minutes.
played. 5,000
Yeah,
minutes.
okay.
of football in a season.
I'm going to make a plea here, okay? Because I know we are going to get heated when we talk specifically about this. I'm only going to tell all the young people that are watching, and maybe Animesh will relate to this. When David De Gea left, and Animesh knows I was absolutely not for it. When David De Gea left, I was very disheveled as a content creator. I just could not believe that the way he left and the person we got because he played a Champions League final and won a Scudetto, same as Ashley Young, same as Christian Eriksen, same as a bunch of players that were PL rejects, by the way, that year Inter Milan won. That is not revisionism. That is fact. They failed at Premier League. They went to Inter Milan and won. United fans, and maybe there are other clubs, but I will speak about my club.
Right.
We need to know the importance of what we have, no, until it's
Yeah.
before
yeah.
it is before it is gone.
McTominay.
I cannot explain to you, how a lot of people do not know what you have until it's gone. And this is not just football related. This is a life lesson. You don't know what you have, until it's gone. Believe me when I tell you, there is no Bruno replacement.
There is no period.
There is no Bruno replacement. Mark my words, write it down, clip it, send it to Animesh. Wait 1 year, wait 2 years, buy a bunch of players, do what you want.
Bro, Nathan, you can get 1,000 profiles in this 3-4-2-1 system. No one can replace Bruno Fernandes. And also, people are saying, Annie, you made the point around people saying.
Sorry, I have a surprise for you. Lala wants to come talk to Nathan for 10 minutes before his stream.
Lala, I'm warning you.
Lala.
Today is not the day.
Lala, aa jao.
बोल
हाँ?
Ash.
No. You know the people who are saying कि Bruno को बेच
Teams.
देते हैं, you'll get 100 million and get Anderson or Baliba. Gonna remind the fans of Man United once again. In August, United had the money to go for a prime midfielder, irrespective of whether they want to sell Bruno Fernandes or not.
Thank you, Shah. I'm sure Real Madrid fans will crucify you for saying that, but I think if you understand the context of what you're saying, I appreciate that. Thank you very
Right?
much.
That's my point.
Thank
So people are forgetting that 100 million in today's money is not
Anjay!
legal.
क्या हो गया?
Ah, साले.
Nathan, it's fine. It happens. Happens with the best of us. Happens with the best of us. It's fine. I know how you're feeling right now. This was me few days back when everyone was saying Lala is ranting bina kisi baat ka.
I will not
I-
rant. After
I will
I
not.
rant, my rant is over at the here because now
Yeah.
I know what we have
No,
lost
my-
after it's gone.
This
my
first
rant.
stage of वो कहते हैं ना first stage of breakup disbelief.
No.
Then वो disbelief
That all that is over with the here. For me, it broke my
No,
heart.
it's history repeating itself once again.
No, but Ash bhai, in a matter of 24 to 48 hours, your manager was like throwing players under the bus. जो बेचारे
I've
उसके
called it
भी
out.
है भी नहीं.
I've called it out.
Then
I've
your
called it out on
star
Twitter.
player came out and threw club under the bus. So how does it
Yep.
feel like?
No, you know,
You can happily throw our management under the bus. I don't think anyone's going to complain. Throw them all
I
under
called
the
it.
bus.
I called it out on Twitter. People on my Twitter were saying that, oh, you're not backing Amram and not getting like you're not. It's not about backing I cannot back shit blindly. When I see things in front of my eyes that don't make sense, I'm gonna call it out.
Anshuman said the same thing.
Now every United fan will understand. जो मैं चिल्ला के बोल रहा था ना, सारे इधर अभी छाती पीट के साला की मारने पे तुले हैं. The day Bruno Fernandes leave this club, Fernandes, the day I leave this club, the day I leave this club, जो लेवल का GA आपका वो बंदा देता है ना, I'm sorry, your Mbumos, your Cunhas can't give you that level of consistency.
There is, you know, 6 months back, Lala, I started my channel, the second stream on my channel. I said this thing. United is not ready for a rebuild without Bruno Fernandes. Go clip it, go check out.
Clearly he wants to leave. वो तो जाना चाहता है अब छोड़ के.
No, he does not. Hey, hold on. This is where it gets interesting. He does not want to leave. Ineos want him to leave because they want to cash in on him. Period. That's
और
it.
वो फैंस को आके बोल रहा है बेसिकली कि भाई मुझे रहना है, लेकिन अगर जो कुछ हो गया तो मुझे नहीं मालूम, मुझे नहीं निकलना है.
He still wants to stay in this club, in this god-forsaken club. He still wants.
Again, अब जो Amorim in है, कल तो मैंने एनी भाई को बोला था, एनी भाई ड्रॉ होगा, मेरी प्रेडिक्शन ड्रॉ किया है. कल मैक्सिमम लोग आई वाज सेइंग कि भाई यूनाइटेड तो फाड़ देगी बोर्नमouth, क्योंकि बोर्नमouth हैव बीन शिट इन पास्ट फ्यू गेम्स.
भाई फाड़ तो रही थी.
एंड
फिर मेंटल ब्लॉक.
भाई एट द सेम टाइम यू वर शिट डिफेंसिवली, आज भाई लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट. फाड़ रहे थे आप, चांसेस बहुत क्रिएट कर रहे थे, बट आप पीछे भी खुले हुए थे. सो
एब्सोल्युटली
इट्स लाइक आपका हर एक मैच में मुझे 3 स्टेप आगे दिखते हैं, बट 2 स्टेप पीछे भी दिख रहे हैं कि 2 स्टेप पीछे ले लेते हो आप.
ये वही वाइब्स वाला सीजन है, राइट?
और उसके बाद फिर आप अपने स्टार प्लेयर पे कैश इन करना चाहते हो, देन आपका ठीक है, लोग बोलते हैं एलियट एंडरसन लाऊंगे, ठीक है वो आ जाएगा, ठीक है वो अपना रोल निभा लेगा. जो फिर क्रिएटिविटी कौन देगा आपको आपके टीम में?
अरे बाबा, that's what we are saying. No, there is no single replacement for Bruno. That is what we are saying.
लाला मैं तेरे को वही चीज बोल रहा हूँ ना कि इन लोग, ये जो बहुत लोग सोच रहे हैं कि हम ब्रूनो को बेच के एलियट एंडरसन ले आएंगे. मैं लोगों को रिमाइंड करना चाहता हूँ वापस से कि we were in for a midfielder in August. We could not get it, irrespective whether Bruno is going from the club or not. So that is not a like for like thing that's going on.
Premier League, 16 games, Elliot Anderson has played 1 goal, 1 assist.
अरे he is not a creator यार, उसको बेचारे के गोल क्या गिन रहे हो?
But you're saying that, but everyone wants to sell
Bruno for Elliot Anderson.
So that does not make sense then, no?
Of course it doesn't.
You sell Ugarte for Elliot Anderson.
That's what they want to do. No, you
sell Ugarte for Elliot Anderson.
Ugarte in a DHL.
Hello, मैं chat से
drop him off at Paris.
जाने से पहले I'll just ask this one question to all of you and the chat as well. Anyway, sir, आप किसकी साइड पे हो on this fiasco of Bruno Fernandes. And
this
take in context, जो आपके मैनेजर ने आपके हैरी अमास वगैरह सबके बारे में भी जो कमेंट्री मारी है.
So that's what I'm saying. It if you act जो ऊपर पूछा गया था context about कि अभी क्यों लीक हो रहा है, अभी क्यों ये इन्फो आ रहा है, क्या ये रियल है, क्या ये फेक है. मालूम पड़ा कल आके बोले कि ये इसने बोला नहीं है तो आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट ले लिया, जो भी है. बट द फैक्ट दैट दिस लीक इज कमिंग इन द वे इट्स कमिंग राइट नाउ, सिंपली पुट कि क्लियरली मैनेजर और ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस सेम पेज पे है. उनको प्रॉमिस किया गया था कि आप रहोगे तो आपको प्लेयर्स मिलेंगे, वी विल बिल्ड अ टीम. इनियोस ने वो नहीं किया. पैसे की दिक्कत नहीं थी, जो नेथन ने बोला कि वी हैव टू स्टिल वर सपोज टू बाय इरिस्पेक्टिव. वो नहीं क्यों किया, बलेबा के लिए वेट किया, क्या हुआ नहीं मालूम. इट इज नाउ बिकॉज स्क्वाड में एमोरिम एंड ब्रूनो आर लेटिंग इनियोस एंड द मैनेजमेंट नो, इफ इट इज ब्रूनो हु रियली हैज डन दिस, कि भाई जनवरी में खर्च करना है. माय बिगेस्ट वरी अबाउट दिस लाला कि दैट मींस कि जनवरी में चिंदी लोग पैसा नहीं खर्च करने वाले थे. और ब्रूनो ने ऐसे इनडायरेक्टली बोला है कि भाई जो प्लेयर्स यहाँ पे है उनको भी आप क्वेश्चन करो कि वो खेलते नहीं है बराबर. मींस क्या बोल रहा है लाला कि ये प्लेयर्स नहीं है लायक खेलने के, यहाँ पे हमको नए प्लेयर्स चाहिए और जैन में चाहिए, वरना किधर नहीं पहुंचने वाले. तो इसलिए ये मुझे कॉन्टेक्ट ऐसे आया. इफ यू आस्क मी हु साइड एम आई ऑन, इफ इट्स जेन्युइनली ट्रू कि ब्रूनो ने ये बात की है, I again go back to what I said about Salah. This should have not been done the way it should be done if he actually said this, because he could have. I know why he's trying.
Anyway,
It is like
जो आप बोलो ना कि ये ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए था, बहुत सच बात है, बहुत सच बात है. बट एक बात बताओ, ये अगर आज से 10 साल 12 साल आप पहले बोलते ना, मुझे ये चीजें समझ आती. अब डायनामिक्स इतने चेंज हो गया ना. अगर मैनेजमेंट मोर और लेस ये तो सब एग्री करोगे, ब्रूनो को इन अ वे जो आपका इनियोस है वो समर में ही सब निकालना चाहता था. मोर और लेस they wanted him gone.
बिड भी
है ना?
आई थी ना, ऑफिशियल बिड भी आई थी.
ऐसे नहीं आती है, क्लियरली उन्होंने बात करी थी तभी बिड आती है. बिड और ऐसे रातों रात नहीं है ना कि Amazon.com पे ऑर्डर प्लेस किया तो हो
एंड आई
गया.
एम प्रीटी श्योर
नहीं
लाला
होता.
एजेंट से बात हुई है, प्लेयर से बात
Exactly.
हुई है. लास्ट
But the
मिनट में
but the
Amorim
narrative,
convinced happened.
Lala, the narrative was Bruno wanted to leave, and that is not the
वो तो
accurate.
that's how it is done. यहाँ इधर 3 दिन में इन्होंने सलाह को वो बना दिया कि वो क्या कहते हैं, ट्रेंड को थ्रो अंडर द बस करता था. तो नैरेटिव तो कोई रातों रात कुछ भी हो सकता है.
वो
बट
तो
माय
है.
पॉइंट इज, जो आप बोल रहे थे ना कि इट शुडंट बी डन लाइक दिस, आई एग्री. बट द थिंग्स, how the things have been changed from past 10
Answer your
12 years
question
now.
directly. I am on his side. I don't take players over club or a manager over the club. Club is supreme. In this case,
But-
it is not the club; it is the ownership. The
that
ownership
guy
of them
has
who's
that
doing
guy has given you
around.
like Salah ने जितना हमारे लिए किया ना, same Bruno has been through thick and thin in every literally in every sense with United.
and
और
I'm
यहाँ पे
glad.
ना,
हाँ,
यहाँ पे एनीवे बोलते ना कि जैसे आश भाई ने ये एनीवे ने बोला आश भाई कि पब्लिक में आके नहीं करना चाहिए. सलाह का भी ऐसे बोला पब्लिक में आके नहीं करना चाहिए. आज से 12 साल 13 साल पहले ना मैं ये बात मान लेता. अब जब मैनेजमेंट इतनी कट थ्रोट हो गई है ना, देन यू कांट एक्सपेक्ट वो लेवल की लॉयल्टी जो पहले हुआ
players have to defend themselves in whatever capacity they have right now. If they see bullshit happening right in front of your eyes, I mean, look at the fans calling out Amorim bhai when
क्या
you're
गारंटी है, क्या गारंटी कि ये सच्ची में, अगर ये इसने जेन्युइनली ये चीज बोली है, क्या गारंटी कि इसको पता चला होगा कि ये तो मेरे को जनवरी में बेचने को घूम रहे हैं. यू नेवर नो. एक बोर्ड है, वो कुछ भी कर सकता है. अगर उनको अच्छी बिड मिल रही होगी, let's just consider it.
they will now, you know, after this statement, clubs from Saudi will go after him in January, and Ineos is again going to have a conversation with Bruno and Amorim again. And Ineos, 1 minute we won't even flinch for a minute to sell Bruno in January. भाड़ में गया rebuild, भाड़ में गया progress
These
of the
people,
team right now.
Animesh, I told you, these people are worse than the Glazers, man. I know people will be angry at that statement, but these people are worse than the Glazers. Sorry.
Just snaps.
Yes.
It's just like,
This 18 months has been
You know, and-
probably some of the worst 18 months of my life.
Right.
Forget.
You know,
I'm
this
not
is-
even
this is-
talking about football.
you know, Nathan, this is
miserable. These people are.
you know Nathan, Lala, and you know this is a very fucking, like, such a bad cocktail of things that are happening at United right now. A day before, the manager, who has, with his statements, by the way, people on hindsight defending he was talking about Sheffield Wednesday. No, he directly mentioned those players. He, and this is where I've called it on my Twitter. This manager, I'm so sorry. I want to back you, Ruben Amorim, but these statements don't help. Once again, I'm saying this. You have so much less clarity of what development is
These
going
guys are
on
very
for your players.
Same with Arne Slot, same with Amorim. Very shit fan managers.
तुम्हारा नहीं रुक लाला वही they have no clarity on what your youth development is going on. You sent out players on loan and have no clue what they're doing in other clubs and just throwing them under the bus in press
No,
conferences.
how can you
does
say
it work?
Hariamas is not
How does it
playing
work?
games?
ये मैंने आज
Two
देखा।
days after he won Premier Championship Player of the Month.
अरे वो
for
भी छोड़ो,
Sheffield Wednesday.
एनी भाई उसका अगर स्टैट्स उठा के देखोगे ना एज अ लेफ्ट विंग बैक इट्स अप देयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटाइल्स एंड ये स्टैट देख के तो मैं हैरान होगा कि सलाह ब्रूनो ही है बस
And-
और कोई
and-
No.
and-
You know
and
what?
you know-
I want to just say this,
Yes.
Ash. You know, there is
Yes.
one interesting fact. You know, yesterday they were talking before I joined the stream, and they said Hari Amas is average. He's playing in the last team in the championship. I'm going to.
Good
I
point.
don't know
That's
how many
exactly what I was
people
coming.
remember this, no, but Alvaro Fernandez was championship team of the season, left back, Preston
back.
North End. Preston North End finished 13th.
Finished. Exactly.
This is not about the club he plays for. This is about the perform. And you know what? And this is going to get me really angry. There is someone he didn't mention, and that man is doing really, really well in the championship. And I told Ash a long time ago, he should have been our number 2 goalkeeper. And his name is Radek Vitek.
Radek
And I told
Vitek,
Animesh, I think
who had a
Animesh
great-
is laughing too because I
who-
think I told
who-
Animesh too.
he had a good
I've been
loan
keeping
spell.
an eye on all our players, dude. From the last years,
He's-
I've been keeping an eye on everybody.
Vitek has been around for 3-4 years and been
3-4
banished
years
by
already.
everybody for some reason.
Bro,
Right.
he actually had a good preseason. He didn't even become number 2
And
goalkeeper.
and Nathan, adding to your point,
भाई आपका
factually, la wait. Factually, Amas has been performing better than Patrick Dogu. Period.
yes
That's
अरे
it.
stats
Hey,
है
hey, Ash, look at me.
आप stat
What a
देख-
shocker.
What a shocker, right?
What a shocker.
What a
in
shocker.
terms of tackles मैं कल पढ़ रहा था मैं ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड होता नहीं हूँ बट मैंने फिर कल पढ़ लिया उसके स्टेटमेंट का इन टर्म्स ऑफ
I
टैकल्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ
swear to God, भाई.
प्रोग्रेसिव कैरीज एक और स्टार्ट था उसमें जमीन आसमान का फर्क था टू व्हाट हैरी अमास वाज डूइंग एंड
Crossing numbers क्या थे उसके?
करंट हां
Crossing numbers देखना उसके.
was decent enough was better than current
Better than, मैं तो वही बोल रहा हूँ. Better than Dorgu in every
हाँ.
fact.
और at the same time
Everybody is better than Dogu.
Kobe Mainoo.
Everybody is better than Dogu. I've been saying this
लेकिन
for 6 months.
context-
Amorim has Kobe Mainoo और उसका
Context में
भाई वहां पे फ्री
he
Kobe
didn't
Mainoo
directly-
शर्ट पहन के
he
घूम रहा है
didn't directly want to say कि Mainoo and Amas are bad players. उसका point यही है कि तुम लोग को अपना झंडा नारा लगाना है क्लब के यंग प्लेयर्स का, बट ये यूनाइटेड के टीम में खेलेंगे तो दे विल नॉट कट इट अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम. सो हैरी अमास को पहले से लोन पे भेज दिया गया. सो देयर इज अ question I can't question Amas, neither can I question Amorim there. Whatever the reason being, Amas said he wants to go on loan.
Yeah.
And he was sent on loan. It was very clear उसने pre-season में बोला था मुझे जाना है क्योंकि मुझे नहीं मिलने वाला.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever the reason being, he went. When it
They
comes to
bought
the
this
fact
fellow even, they bought Leon even, no? That's why he wanted to go
Yeah.
on loan, right?
Yeah, because he thought Diego Leon and United
Not
fans thought
nothing with
Diego
Leon.
Leon is coming in South American passion. He's going to start. I was like, no, he's not going to start. He's going to go into the youth system, going to learn how to speak English football language. He will come back only in 2026. He's now going to see him. People are like, you're crazy, you're negative. Young players come and light
Right.
the league on fire. I said English players come from the Premier League. They referred to Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney was born, bred in England. It is very hard for young players at 17 to come and start kicking about. Please go and see how much Ronaldo played when he came from Sporting in the start.
Not a lot.
Matthew, hold on, Annie. Matthews Cunha traveled 5 countries and played under 5-6 clubs to eventually start performing in the Premier League, by the way.
Yeah, it is, and that's okay. It takes time.
That's
but
okay.
That's not his
That's
argument.
fine.
Coming to Kobe Mainoo, okay, this is the manager's doing कि उसने Bruno Fernandes को pivot में डाल दिया. Now manager saying is I have made Bruno my pivot player and I requested Bruno to stay, which now we can all believe because the story is lining up. I can't trust Ugarte Casemiro. Ugarte has become terrible. I needed a midfielder. They didn't give me one. I buy the manager. He's not lying. He's right. Where only it makes a difference was, and where he dug his own grave last week, I don't even care about his interview right now. He's not against the academy. Our fans are losing the plot for no reason. Out of context, he's spoken in anger because every day they ask him, despite playing well now and despite being 5th or 6th, oh, but Mainoo, oh, but this. He's like, Arey, bhai, chup baito na. But he spoke wrong. It is still on him. You have to misspoke or
But
misspoke.
Annie, do you remember that statement when
नहीं
he
नहीं
was
वही
speaking
सॉरी
about-
एक ही चीज है.
हाँ,
उसने
हाँ.
बोला था कि ब्रूनो के कंपटीशन में माइनो है तो माइनो नहीं खेलेगा. Correct?
हाँ, हाँ.
Then when he had to change up last match, where he could have done that, where Mainoo could have come on instead of Ugarte, and he put Bruno as fucking number 10. Why did he not get Mainoo on? That is where he dug his grave, and that is
Mount
where you
was
can
pivot
criticize him.
against Fulham, by the way.
No, he did. बिलाला
Right?
निकलना है, तू बोल के निकल.
मैं एक ही चीज
Last
बोलूंगा
statement.
लास्ट स्टेटमेंट की about the Kobe Mainoo situation as well. No matter what, if he doesn't want to start him now, just decide whatever you want to do with him. Either bench him, either tell him कि you have to come from the bench, loan him or sell him. उसका future
तेरी मर्जी
decide
उसके बाद
करो,
तू क्या
क्योंकि
कर. हाँ.
जो उसके भाई ने भी किया ना, फ्री कोबी माइनो की शर्ट पहनी हुई थी कल ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड में.
शूती है
This
सब.
will again turn out to be another Garnacho वाली vibe वाला
हाँ
fiasco.
हाँ,
Rather than
absolutely.
going उधर तक in this transfer window, decide his future. उससे क्या होगा, एमरिम के पीछे से भी एक वो छुरी हट जाएगी कि भाई now they will ask, they won't ask him about Mainoo. If
Right.
if his future is decided, okay यार we'll sell him, or okay we're gonna loan him to Napoli or Italy or La Liga कि ये जाके खेले 1-2 साल वहां पे, then we'll see to it.
And
Decide on his
पता-
future. Other than that, it will create an issue. It will create
and पता है मैनेजमेंट क्या बोलेगी मैनू को, अपना घर संभालो भाई. If your household is making these statements, right? अपना घर संभालो first. If your household is making these statements, is not putting the club on the right, picture. So
No,
Kobe Mainoo is thrown
whatever
under
it
the
is,
bus.
but
Because
at the end of the day, आपका ही manager is suffering ना, कि बार-बार एक ही सवाल
Absolutely.
पूछा जा रहा है हर विंडो हर कॉन्फ्रेंस में
Fair.
कि यार what about Mainoo, what
fair,
about
fair,
Mainoo?
fair.
Either
That's a
this
fair
way
point.
or that way. उसको
point,
भी
fair
मैनेजर को भी क्यों फालतू में प्रेशर में डाल रहे हो? It's like if he doesn't like the Mainoo, for example, if he's like कि Mainoo is not going to suit in my system,
Yeah.
तो एक प्लेयर उसको जबरदस्ती क्यों चिपकाना है? Rather than sell him, buy someone who he really prefers.
But Lala, last game तूने भी देखा ना, was not Mainoo fine in that pivot,
Oh, he was.
right?
Mamma mia.
Basics of the game.
He was
We have
great
been
at
talking
progressing
about
the
it.
ball. He was great at progressing the ball.
Arey, link up, close control touch. He was able to, beat the press in certain moments. He was calm on the ball as well. That's why I said I refuse to believe Kobe Mainoo is not fit in to play for Man
यार
United,
प्रणव
irrespective
भाई,
of
एक
any.
मिडफील्डर को it's not necessary to have a supreme amount of pace. McAllister never had the pace.
Nahi, never.
It's not necessary
Never.
to have pace. Genuinely
Never.
बोल.
It's always complementary. You need partnerships
You're on
in
mute.
midfield.
No, audio is not coming out.
Audio is not
Sorry,
coming in.
Pranav.
हाँ.
I agreed with you about one thing about Mainoo's mentality. जब भी उसको चांस दिया गया था एक दो बार, he didn't take it. He sulked and he moaned and he prodded. Leave it. But pace is not an equation. अगर जो उसकी dribbling, जो उसकी कल skill देखी आपने, he collected the ball and used his first touch to get away from people. Your pace is
Exactly.
not important then, unless of course you don't have that touch. Unless of course you are Fred. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary player.
Fred
है वो, ऐसा
had
बोल रहा है.
technical strengths, but
Yep.
Fred had a little bit of pace in him, which is why he stuck around so long in our team.
Yep. And for that pace to build that counter attacking or even the counter press, you have Mainoo and Bruno's, your Cunha's and Mbumos to do that job for you. By the way, Mainoo's primary job is to beat the press and make sure the tempo of the team is maintained in the build-up.
आप
That's his
कितना भी
primary
बोलो,
job.
मैं चलता हूं, आप कितना भी बोलो, वो जो XG का बांटा फोड़ रहे थे ना एम्बूमो के ऊपर कि
हाँ.
भाई XG ओवर परफॉर्म कर रहा है. इफ यू रिमेंबर आज भाई, एक स्ट्रीम में मैंने आपको यही बोला था, ओवर परफॉर्मिंग XG doesn't mean that he'll score on every chance he gets. It
नहीं,
means
नहीं.
that he's been supplied the ball so much and he's taking the shots so much कि उसके बाद वो जो बैलेंस आउट हो जाती है चीज. कल भी ग्रेट, बढ़िया खेला, मैं मना कर नहीं रहा हूँ. कुनिया बढ़िया था, मैं वो मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बट स्टिल दे नीड टू बी मोर डिसाइसिव.
हाँ.
आप फर्स्ट
Lack
हाफ
clean
खत्म कर सकते थे, बट आपने
आराम
नहीं
से.
किया.
आराम से.
टेक केयर, करो बातें.
See you, Lala. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Chalo, Lala. See you, man. Yeah, man. What I mean, this is
Okay, before we go ahead, I want to say it.
Yes.
I don't think this is a case जैसे गर्नाचो का भाई का हुआ था. I think उसके भाई ने अपने आप ये कुछ कांड किया है, क्योंकि
वो
वो
तो
उसका
करते गया ना,
real
बोलने के बाद भी करते गया वो.
Because Mainoo ने ऐसे कुछ इतनी egregious चीज खुद ने की नहीं है कि he's gone openly out again. He sulked and moaned. उसकी body language तो ठीक लगी नहीं है. जो किसी ने, लाला ने बोला, मैंने सुना कि अगर जो उसको रखना नहीं है एमोरिम को तो उसको जाने दो. बट एमोरिम नहीं बोल रहा उसको नहीं रखना है. एमोरिम उसको बोल रहा है कि मुझे तेरे को ट्रेन करना है. वांट टू मेक यू अ मिडफील्डर द वे आई डू. एंड यस, वी कंपेयर हिज एरोगेंस टू द मोरिनो एरोगेंस विदाउट द मोरिनो ट्रॉफीज. बट मैंने एक बहुत बड़ी चीज बोली थी, एंड चैट थोड़ा कॉन्टेक्चुअली समझना उम्र के हिसाब से. मुझे always Marino, when I wanted Marino in our team, when I wanted Marino in our team, I wanted Marino in our team if Sir Alex Ferguson decided to leave in 2010-11. You know why? Mourinho is what made Frank Lampard, the end
Right.
Lampard which we see. And I
Yeah.
thought Mourinho will make Carrick the next Carrick. He would have been a Ballon d'Or winner if Mourinho touched Carrick's career. And Carrick इतना अच्छा था. Same way, Amorim has this belief in himself कि मैं यंग प्लेयर्स को मेरे विजन के मोल्ड में बना सकता हूँ. वो केंडा वेंडा जिसके साथ सब किया था ना बिफोर कमिंग फ्रॉम
Right.
स्पोर्टिंग,
उगारते बना था भाई उसके अंडर
तो उसको लगता है मैं कर सकता हूँ. तो माइनू तो मेरी बात सुन, और माइनू बोल रहा है तुम लोग सब भाड़ में जाओ, मुझे नहीं सुनना है. तो वहां पे मैनेजर गलत नहीं है, प्लेयर शायद गलत नहीं है, क्योंकि प्लेयर बोल रहा है कि भाई रैशफोर्ड के साथ तुम लोग ने यही किया, इधर से इधर किया, इधर से उधर किया,
Right.
रैशफोर्ड को भेज
Right.
दिया, मुझे
Right.
रैशफोर्ड नहीं बनना. The player is not wrong there, but then he should leave, and the fans
Yeah.
should stop jumping on the manager's back for that reason. Where the players like, I don't want to play with this guy in this way, and I think
Yeah.
that is fair. But then it's unfair to the manager to jump on his back, where he's telling us fans, I can mold him, I can make him a world beater, but he has to listen.
Yeah. नहीं, on the hindsight, boy, on the hindsight, actually, Chad भी वो raise कर रही है. I have also agree to some of the statements कि you as a 20-year-old kid needs to just put your head down and work hard. That's also a fact, right? You, if you are not showing enough to the manager that he's not letting you start. Sometimes, we also think कि ये agenda हो सकता है. But, sometimes it's not agenda. Sometimes it's just pure facts on training. That maybe Kobe Mainoo is not doing enough for Amrim to actually give him games. And this is exactly the moment of truth right now for Man United and for Kobe Mainoo and for Ruben Amrim. AFCON. Right? If during AFCON we see Bruno at 10 and Mainoo in the pivot, we exactly know what's going on behind the scenes. If still Mainoo does not start, question to you, Annie, right now. Question to you right now, Annie and Nathan. Is this agenda, or is exactly Kobe Mainoo not good enough for Ruben Amrim?
If he's genuinely not good in training, why should he still start over Ugarte, who's at least training okay? But if it genuinely is an agenda, you will come to know. अगर जो हम हार रहे हैं ना वेला के सामने बहुत खराब 2-0 at half time, or Ugarte is playing because in fact actually he has to play him. There's no option.
There's no option, bro. This is it.
Don't do this to yourselves. When the option shows up, you all are going to get angry. Don't do this to yourselves.
You will see Ugarte and Bruno.
See, Annie, you say you're pragmatic. No, I'm more pragmatic than you. I'm telling you, don't do this to yourself.
Bruno is going to be Bruno, Ugarte, Mount Cunha, and one of Xerxes or Sheshko starts clearly against. But
Pranav का एक comment है, Annie. यहाँ पे नीचे भी एक. I think he's saying that Mainoo lacks pace. He will do well in Syria. Mainoo performed in the Eric Ten Hag season consistently in the Premier League for England.
Pranav, honestly, I don't even really think this is the problem. The problem
is the problem.
Midfield too is just not going to work.
It just exposes you big time.
Picking the player here, picking this player there, energy, instinct, desire. These are all great and to a certain extent true. But I don't think the midfield too is a long-term success rate in the Premier League, at least. I just can't see it. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I just can't see it, man. I don't know. People say, oh, they won a Champions League with this, they won a Premier League. But notice the one important thing is never really sustainable. And I think that is what is worrisome. Like we could get some success out of this system. There is no doubt. I think we could. The question is it long term and sustainable? I don't think it is.
Right.
I really don't think it is. That is the real.
You think in the Premier League, even if Amorim succeeds and gets 5th or 4th this year, and we go into a new season, you're saying he has to burn the system?
I just don't think it's sustainable, Animesh. I think we could even win a league under the system, but we're not going to win.
And he might leave. And
that's what exactly.
Yeah. He might just win the league, Annie, and then let's say Pep Guardiola, or let's say a Liverpool, or any goddamn club. Let's say PSG. Enrique is gone. They are going on a transition. They want to get Amrim. Amrim might just leave Man United, go to PSG. We'll be left with a system. now with another manager. This and another manager will come with a 4-3-3 stuff, and this thing is all gonna change. Chelsea. We have seen things change at Chelsea. We have seen things. Maresca trying this formation in the Club World Cup, going back again to 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. By the way, in the Premier League, because he knows it's not gonna work in the Premier League, right? It might work, but not long term, bhai.
I
That's it.
think I'm bold enough to even say we might win a league title, but we won't win.
We
two
will win
titles.
the Champions League for that matter.
Like genuinely, I think we can do it maybe once.
But in 5 years,
A
you will not see
dynasty will not be
3-4-2-1.
built on it. Yeah, a
Huh.
dynasty
You
will
will
not
not
be
see a
built on it.
3-4-2-1 in 5 years. Mark my words.
You're
Under
expecting
a
too
new
much
manager,
too
no one
fast
is.
under one transfer and crazy expectations. Pranav, no one said anything about
No.
expectations.
No.
I
He's
literally
getting
just
us
said
wrong.
we could possibly win a season like this, win a league like this, but it's not sustainable period. You can give it how many years you want. By the way, we are already down 13 years. I know people only act like Amarim just got the job, but we have not won a league title in 13 years.
No, ask
So
Liverpool
wait
fans right
is
now.
long.
No, Nathan, ask Liverpool. No, chat, please ask Liverpool fans right now. Do they think right now that the slot system is sustainable long term? Ask them. Ask them the question. They will answer you. They'll answer you.
Can I connect but go back to one thing? Sorry, Ash.
Yeah,
Of
no
course,
worries.
go back.
I
Go
want
for
to
go back.
rephrase this. Look, Glasner is as stubborn as Amorim. Iriola is as stubborn as Amorim. Chat,
Yes.
please understand. You want less stubborn managers more than Ten Hag. Every guy since then you're talking about is more arrogant and stubborn than Eric Ten Hag. Amorim is more stubborn, not arrogant. I would say uska arrogance jo aata hai media mein is misplaced now. They are putting him under the bus. He's stubborn though. Glasner,
Stubborn.
Iriola, Nagelsmann, you can't fathom the arrogance that they have.
Yeah.
And for rightly so in certain ways, because they've also done a few things coming up the way they have. Fine.
Yeah.
You're not ready for it as United fans. And jo ye baat aati hai, can we go back to contextually? Yes, we are like the local match going fans. A lot of the British fans, UK say, are all saying courage, youth, United's legacy is going, this guy is
Success.
abandoning it. What has he abandoned though? How has he abandoned it? The fact that, okay, we are saying that the quality is there, we're not giving it the right chance in the right system. But United was never about the right system. It was always about the United way. It was about pragmatic football, showing up on the field, going wide and boonging the goals in. It's about believing in yourself. Where is the system have to do with anything on that? So it is a structural letdown of the academy from the Glazers.
But he can. I'm pretty sure Amarim can literally tell the reserve coach tomorrow to play 3-4-2-1 or whatever the
I was
number
about
is
to
now.
say that, but that also now has been Nathan away from him because that now relies the director of football. He dictates what style of football or what.
I'm sure he can ask. I'm sure. So then you tell me, Animesh. Like Pranav was saying, like he's making comments about being critical. He's critical thinking in the chat. Yeah, I'm reading his chat. You tell me something. Forget Amarim, forget the players. You can like them, you can not like them, whatever it is. What to me, it is a glaring indictment on our management if we are not going to switch to his formation, because what is a youth academy? In essence, whether you're a good club or a crap club, the essence of the youth academy is a streamline where you cannot, again, this is not about having standout players, Hall of Fame players, people who are going to play 38 games a season. This can be even as little as squad depth, because he's good enough to fill in the shoes if that player is not fit, if that new player we buy is not fit. To me, it is a glaring indictment that they don't think this is sustainable either, because and Pranav makes a great point here. He bought in 3 players in one transfer, 30 goals, 16 games, second highest in the league. Give it one more transfer window for the midfield. But the problem is, then we have to go to the bench, and he already doesn't use his bench. No, and he already doesn't use his current bench. So who's selling those players and getting those players to? This is where the youth comes in, right? Somebody in a perfect world from the youth academy should be on the bench to soak in all these times, these moments.
And another great example, I'll give you an example, Nathan. Like, look at Miles Lewis-Kelly when Calafiori was done. Look at Ethan Nwaneri when Odegaard was done. So this is how you integrate players into the squad.
And granted, those
Slowly
people have
and
come back
surely.
in form, so they are back on the bench, which is fine. But they've got
They're back
that
on the bench.
well-added.
You see, they're
They
back
got
on the
that
bench.
well-added experience, na? They got that well-added. 1 year he scored a Champions League goal. Dowman's played in the. Did Dowman play in the Champions? He played in the
Yeah, I think
Premier
he did.
League.
He did.
He,
He was the
they
youngest.
have got this life-altering experiences that Arteta doesn't need to do that. Let's be honest. Timber plays all 4 positions.
He
That
has more pressure to win the Premier League than giving chances to the youth right now. At this
Paolo
point after
Maldini
the-
saying, "What if our academy is not good? I don't see any
No,
big
they
player
are
left
good.
academy
Wait,
and
hold
become
on.
like even like
Yeah,
Leo Nani." But Paolo Maldini, we were just talking about Carreras.
correct. Yeah.
We're talking about
Carrera,
JJ Gabriel. We're talking about
Carreras is
Shelley.
starting every game at Real Madrid.
Yep.
And you can't tell me Benfica developed him. I'm sorry, you have to give the credit to Preston North End. Because I know
Yep.
someone said this is the championship. We don't even mid
By the way,
teams in the Premier League.
Carreras is also slotting at a left centre back in Xabi Alonso's system. By the
He
way,
was
not
from Madrid.
always.
I'm sorry,
If people
Paolo
watch
Maldini. He wasn't
Madrid
from
games.
Madrid. All his training was done in England.
Yeah,
They got rid of
exactly.
him before he got any kind of senior football.
There
All
you go.
his training has been done in England.
Same with
All his
And
started
Garnacho.
was
Garnacho wasn't from. He's from Atletico Madrid, but
Atletico
United did a
Madrid,
lot of
exactly.
formational
and
change for us.
also Annie, I saw another comment from Paolo Maldini long back. He was saying that Amar's place in the championship. You know, I'll tell you something. If people want to really understand the English game properly, go and play as a youngster in the championship.
Bro, the
You know, Jude
championship.
Bellingham
I've told
championship
Animesh
is a
this thousands
fantastic
of times.
competition.
Top 5 toughest leagues in the world.
Championship is
Toughest,
rated.
toughest.
By the way, Paolo Maldini. Great. Glad Nathan you brought this up. I can actually show a stat in Athletic. And this is I did this during my Gyokeresh's video, by the way. You can go and check
Oh,
it
I
out.
can't. Is the Dallo video? out?
No.
I can't wait to.
Dallo,
I can't
I'm
wait to
preparing.
show Animesh. I
I'm
think we
preparing.
should do a joint viewing. Me and Animesh should do a
I'm
joint
I'm
viewing of
I'm
this.
preparing a Dallo video, Animesh, by the way. Hold on. The championship teams are rated better than the Portuguese La
100%.
Liga teams in terms of the ratings, and this is
I've
ratings
I've
done by
I've
major
openly told Animesh on a
right
chat maybe a year ago that
skill
championship
level,
is a top 5 league in the
test
world. I've
levels.
openly said it.
Championship, you understand physicality, how to win aerial duels, how to like play in mud, in
How
rain,
many
in icy
youth players
cold
has Pep
winters.
integrated so far into the system? How many youth players?
I'm loving the irony right now. This is
Trafford,
fantastic right now.
O'Reilly, Philip Foden, Oscar Bob,
Oscar
Rico
Bob.
Lewis.
Huh?
I think
Why
that's 5.
Nico
That's good
O'Reilly
enough.
is cooking
Good
in the
enough.
Champions League, by the way.
think
Cole
good enough.
Palmer. Cole fucking Palmer.
That guy,
Cole Palmer.
this guy.
That's it.
Bro, listen. I know we are
Liam
not. And by
Delap
the
is
way,
also at
and,
Chelsea.
I don't know if it was Paolo Maldini or it was Pranav, but someone said something about a youth academy. Our youth academy is one of the best youth academies
by the way.
competitively in the youth academy league in England.
In
To
England.
answer your question,
Our point was not that we are saying it is bad. The question I asked was, do you all think it is to get the answer out for fans, because that's what people want to know. Do we feel that we are getting that? Do we feel? I feel because Makeda came in, okay, that was a different time. So I don't want to go back to that time. You know why? Because these players came into a team full of winners.
Annie,
senior
that's
players.
Annie, that's a good point. You know what people need
But
to
I think
understand in this
Rashford,
fact.
Rashford and a Van Gaal.
Yeah.
Greenwood was supremely late, but Greenwood himself had mentioned about being
Gunwood.
a little bit under Van Persie.
Look
About
at
Van
Gardner.
Persie showing them.
Look at
So
Gardner
there was
now.
this-
Oh,
This-
don't do it to me, Ash. Don't do it to me, Ash. Not
James
Jimmy. Leave
and
Jimmy alone, dude.
Hold on. I need to just give a reality check to the chat sometimes, you know? Like
Oh,
James
yeah. Don't
Gardner,
talk to me about
Dewsbury
Jimmy.
Hall
Yeah,
are
come on.
cooking in the Premier League right now. People talking about our academy quality. You know, people need to, and Annie, you're hitting the nail on right on the head. The times back, you don't want to go there. No, it's context.
City
You
and
need
Spurs
a
academy is miles better than us. Sorry to cut you off, but based on what
Spurs?
metric, Paul?
Name me Spurs academy
Metric,
players that
what,
have actually went
what
on to do
metrics
well.
are we talking about when we say they are miles better than us? They are in a competitive league. Like I'm. Please explain it. I would love to know what you're talking about, Paul. I do not understand. I would love to know what you're
No,
talking
I would love to be proven wrong as well. This is a fantastic discourse that we're happening. Please,
right?
please give us.
about.
Yeah,
That would be great because even
yeah.
I'm curious now.
I'm curious right now. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
what were
really
you saying,
curious.
Ash? Ash, continue. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying that exact context that, and this is where we gave the Arsenal example. You need a squad well structured enough so that when your academy players are given the opportunities, they have the perfect environment to grow. Right now, in this team, if you're gonna throw in Shea Lacy and JJ Gabriel in this, and even Chido Obi Martin, people used to say, "Oh, just dal do Chido Obi Martin, ko he will work."
Rangnick's is shit. Play Cheeto. We don't
Like
have anybody
Chido,
else.
it doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work like that. This is not Portuguese league or any other league or even Ajax, for God's sake. That suddenly you have a band of boys of 20-year-olds going and winning the league. It doesn't work like that in the Premier League. I'm so sorry about that. This is not even the 90s we are living in,
Interesting. By
right?
when is the right time to introduce a youth player in a big team, when you're winning the league or when you're languishing? But Pranav, you have to understand that we might not have that option for a long
Op-
time.
Long
So
time.
what? We don't promote any of our youth. We might and you make that's a fantastic question you asked, by the way. I'm just countering by saying, when are we going to do it? Because selling them so they can shine somewhere else is not a good excuse anymore. Not when we are like you said, languishing in 15th. Completely agree with you, by the way. Great point.
The young players can work silently though. And Amorim
Yeah.
is doing the right point by youngsters. Even the
Yeah.
reaction from our academy players are trying not to put spotlight on academy and trying to
But
sideline.
by the way,
I
Annie,
think
by the way, Annie, so I want to say something. W chat, by the way, fantastic discourse going on right now, right? And
yes.
please like the stream. You need to do
I
this
was about to
because
come to it.
this is
Please like
fantastic discourse going on. Loving it.
दोनों को सब्सक्राइब कर देना. Nathan's on the cusp of 3,000. Ash is on the way of to 2,000. I'm on the way to 5,000. Hit the subscribe button on all the channels. लाला भी आके गया था. लाला का मैं चैनल टैग नहीं किया, मैं टैग करता हूँ. लाला's almost at 5,000. Please sub to everybody. Um, like I said, we're
The-
answering more questions. Please understand कि हमारा exact opinion और answer क्या है और सवाल जवाब क्या है. Some of you are
Yeah.
catching our questions as if that's our opinion, which is थोड़ा
It's
open.
We are having a
it's not
we are
it's
having a
not
discourse with
mandatory.
you.
Pranav is saying, yeah, which is fantastic, by the way. It's real fun. It's
Yeah,
not
it's fun.
mandatory to do it. What's mandatory is to recruit big players. Pranav, again, a little bit I'll disagree with you. It says the words in Carrington. Animesh literally said it 10 minutes ago. Not for our club, brother. I hear what you're saying. You're not saying anything that is wrong. But our club is not built on that. That is the problem. That is the problem. That is what is that is why we have spent the last half an hour
And
talking about the
and
youth
I'll
academy.
expand Nathan's point around, like, sometimes you need players to, when your seniors are not stepping up, some of them, you
Yeah.
need some of those players to come and step up, then go back to the bench, and then come up when they deserve.
Yeah.
And I gave you an example, Miles Lewis Kelly. Fantastic.
Yeah.
When no one, Calafiori was injured, he stepped up from a young, like he was one of the best youngsters to come on. Now he doesn't start for Arsenal in the Premier League, period. But he's a fantastic option for the bench when he comes on, when
Really
Calafiori is
weird,
not
no?
there.
Really weird. They forced him to. They conned him into the new contract,
No,
and
that's
he's not
perfect.
playing any.
That's perfect for the growth of the player, which means they
Very
need to
smart.
do more to
Very
go into
smart.
the. And
Yeah.
this is where I kind of also agree with a lot of the point that the chat is also making around Menu, that Menu might not still be good enough to actually go and play in the system, because at 20 years of old he still needs to do better than Bruno and Casemiro to actually get a start in this team. And we are not even playing in 4 competitions. Fair point. Fantastic discourse. Let's go.
Our club is not the club it used to be. We're building from scratch, brother. After 58, it doesn't get more scratch than that.
Yeah.
We are not building from
Man.
scratch.
I just say one thing.
I'm sorry to make it dark. I'm sorry to make it dark, but we will never ever build from scratch.
This is therapy stream.
We will never ever
No,
build
but
from scratch after.
No, we
58.
won't build from scratch, but I
58 was
understand
our
the
scratch.
discourse here. The problem
Yeah.
is why have we gone Hollywood signings after a point when the Glazers went Hollywood signings because they wanted to shut up the fans booing.
Right.
But what happened was the reason they
Yeah.
also did Hollywood signing was because the managers coming in told the managers coming in told the management that, dude, I'm not getting the pull from the academy anymore. The
Yeah.
reserve pull that you got was McTominay through Mourinho, Rashford through Van Hal. You got Greenwood,
Gunwood from Ole.
Gun, Greenwood coming on. Greenwood was there, and but that's about it, and that is lesser than we used to have for sure. So there
Yeah.
was a
For sure.
point in which either we had bad luck, जहाँ पे हमारे अच्छे जो players थे, by the way, जो academy में थे, they were very injury prone. Shea Lacey
Right.
right now being one of them. He's had already a
Shea
lot
La-
of string of
bro,
injuries over the
put
years.
Lot of
wrap,
injuries, by
wrap
the
that
way.
fellow in bubble wrap, dude. I don't like
So
the
we've
fact that he's
had
playing
that
against
going.
Peterborough.
Yeah,
Hmm.
even James Garner at a certain point had an injury.
He was
prone time,
injured. Oh,
which
he had
gave
an
him-
injured time.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
why James Garner was also let go. So we've also had bad luck. But problem is when all of this happens together and you're in that club, you're in that zone.
Compounds
Yeah,
everything.
you became a Liverpool. You became a Liverpool of the early 90s into early 2000s because that's what happened. Academy started floundering, wrong hiring, Hollywood
Yeah.
signings, irrelevance, not focusing on your core. And
Yeah.
the same mistake United fans used to say, no, we will never be Liverpool. Yeah, you're right. We became worse than them than they were back then.
Yeah.
Just
So the
do me a
problem
favor,
is कि this-
highlight Pranav's commentary. No, and please just finish what you were saying. Sorry, before it
No,
scrolls
I would
past the
just say the
referee.
problem is this argument of is the youth is it is a fact. Our youth for me is not good enough. It's evident, but can we give them some more chances? Also true. Like
Yeah.
I said, even though I support the manager for not getting back, he had no reason not to play Mainoo in the West Ham match where you went up
When we were in a
2-0.
slump. Yeah.
Yeah.
He that day told me that maybe he's holding a bias and he's lying.
Mhm.
He could have covered his ass right then. He
Yeah.
chose not to. He
Right.
showed his bias in his hand, which is also true that yes, might not have the best graduate. So you could have the best under 17 right now, but they're not hitting the next level. Why is that happening? We don't know. Is there a structural problem? Because if
Yeah.
under 17 आपकी टीम अच्छी है, logically ये जाके किधर भी और खेलनी चाहिए ना. कोई आके
Baba made a
coach
great point there. Exactly what you're
Yeah.
mentioning, Ani. Baba made a great point. The biggest red flag was the management selling McTominay because right now the
they
new
said,
management,
FFP, na?
brilliant point.
FFP,
There you
right?
go. Absolutely. Even if it's
So to
FFP,
answer that question earlier about playing 5 games in a row and it goes to his head. This is a fantastic point, I have to say, by Pranav. But Pranav, can I ask you one question? Not countering. Who do you think should be responsible for that player to not let it go to his head? Because to me, when I grew up, it would be the manager. So I'm going to assume it's Ruben Amorim's responsibility. I don't know if that is true or not, of course, but I'm going to assume it is. You make a great point though, because it happened with Brandon Williams. It's a fantastic point, by the way, Pranav. Most notable memory of it for me is Brandon Williams. He got a little too gassed and end up in Norwich. So it's a fantastic point.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
yeah, man, insane.
Exactly
man.
what my biggest reason.
Arteta has given chance to
many-
Academy in his third year, has given in the fourth. Klopp has. So where is okay? Then into this point,
Hmm.
this is perfect. Amorim can't satisfy everyone's wants and
Everyone's hunger.
needs. It's like हमको
fair.
top अभी because the Premier League is underperforming या they're killing each other with points. हमको fourth भी चाहिए था, third भी चाहिए था. हमको striker से 10 गोल भी चाहिए.
You
हमको
can't
Bruno
have
को number 8 भी
पांचों
चाहिए.
उंगली घी में नहीं होने वाली है.
हाँ, हमको माइनो भी चाहिए पिवट में. हमको सब
Right.
चाहिए. So I get this point. It is true that we don't know how to be really patient. We don't know the United way. If you want to ironically talk about United way back in the day when we were struggling was a hell lot of more patience than we're showing right now. And frustration that we show right now.
The
Right.
comment above that, Ishan, I'm only going to look at it from a sports science thing, just above Arush's one that you just highlighted.
Yeah.
I've heard something. I do not know how accurate it can be, Ishan, but I heard something very fantastic,
Mhm.
and we can all relate to this.
Okay.
It's related to puberty. So these kids are growing, and because of the growth spurts, they are actually getting muscle and bone injuries because they are in a constant state of growth and they're working out when probably they shouldn't be working out at that age. So
that's
they
a
get ligament
fair
issues
point.
because their body
Oh,
is
yeah.
developing,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
extending, everything's getting bigger, wider, denser. So that's why you can't tell at the youth level if someone's injury prone. Maybe now you can, but when we were getting these players coming up, a lot of these muscle injuries are actually related to growth spurt. The Mainoo injury he got, not the first. I
Yeah,
think
when
it
he
was the
came
first
from
or second
18, when he was 18, he came on
he
as
was
a cam.
you
He was
notice
not
he
injured.
came
Yeah.
came back more filled out, more muscular, because these people at this age, this is
Yeah.
the fastest they're going to grow, gain muscle, their body,
Brilliant point.
everything,
There you go.
changing, everything.
Bang on.
So I cannot really blame management for that, because there is no way to tell. There is no way to tell, because the growth
Some
spurt hits
some
everyone
some
differently.
some players are lucky to survive that phase. Some players aren't.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
And there's no way to tell, dude. On If there was, I'm sure we wouldn't have signed them. I'm sure of.
But in general, I
Hmm.
get the injury prone argument because it was asked specifically for injury prone. But ऐसे
Yeah.
बहुत players होते हैं जो अच्छे होते हैं, जो graduate करते हैं first team squad में, they
Yeah.
are first team training में आते हैं एक season, और फिर suddenly they don't hit it, they don't mentally hit
Hmm.
it, they don't physically hit it, mentally वो खेल नहीं पाते. It just sometimes comes down to just don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's sad. We think we are talking about youngsters as these three of us are something great. We know we're not. But you are having a discussion right now. This is how it takes to be an athlete. So we know the sacrifices people make as athletes since the age of 6, 7. They wake up at 5 in the morning. In my life, I've never woken up at 5 in the morning unless I'm taking a flight. They've gone through the motions in their career. But one of the reasons sometimes, most of the times people don't make it is sometimes it's mentality. Rival Morrison, people are talking about
Oh yeah.
Paul Pogba said
That
it.
people
Paul
are talking
Pogba
about
said
people talk about, oh, but United has dealt with players before. Amorim should handle them better. Again, sadly, I have to go back to this not because it is about our good old days, but Sir Alex Ferguson maintained this in his books. If you don't trade a youngster from the start, that what actions have consequences, they will
Yeah.
never have a career to have a career full of actions that will have consequences.
It's not even football. It's basic life lessons.
Basic
Yeah.
by
life,
the way.
which is why Ravel Morrison was cut out eventually, which is why
Yep.
Pogba, on his point, Pogba, okay, I would say Pogba आने के बाद Pogba का career खराब हुआ because a lot of pressure from United fans eventually get to him. We were wrong a
Oh,
lot with him, but he also had
media was
issues.
hounding. Media. I
But
mean,
he
he had
also
issues. But
had a
media was
certain
hounding.
issue.
Yeah.
But Sir Alex Ferguson knew it. He knew that he would not be able to release a certain point, which is why he was okay to let him go. Whatever, it's okay, we got him back, we tried. It's not the worst decision, we tried, did not work. Ravel Morrison didn't get the chance, didn't get the cut. Why? Because he knew that this guy is just going to cause chaos and I cannot have him in my team becoming an influential player. Sometimes it's just that there's so many reasons players don't make it. And I just believe that coming to round this point up, maybe Amorim believes Mainoo has something off right now, but he doesn't want him to go. He's telling Mainoo, I can make you a player, listen to me. And I round this up with what I started half an hour back कि शायद उसको नहीं जाने देना उसको, but Mainoo भी बोल रहा है कि नहीं मुझे नहीं सुनना है. So then fair enough. Then I think neither of them are wrong, and I will not blame the manager or the ownership if he goes and starts
Yep.
balling in Napoli
go
and
their
winning.
separate
And
ways, and
and
we
I'll
call it a
and
day.
and I'll give it to Amorim as well. Right now, from Bruno's statements, I'm hearing that Amorim convinced him to stay. So which means Amorim is seeing something right now.
Yeah.
That's it. Period. That's it. Like if there's a clear disconnect between the management and the manager, and this conversation is happening, I'm happy this conversation is happening. If the manager thinks right now that, hey, the best player in the team is actually good enough to play in this team, and you Ineos are absolutely fools to want to sell him,
Yeah.
you are fools to
Yeah.
want to. And right now Bruno has absolutely exposed Ineos right now that they wanted to sell him, irrespective of the fact that the club is in tatters.
And Ishan, we don't need to even go as far as James Wilson. That's the best part. You can go as far as Joe Ugal and Charlie McNeil, who were absolutely destroying everybody in the youth league. They were destroying everybody, and they couldn't make it.
Yeah, I mean, Annie, didn't we win the national championships last year? Like beating Chelsea 2-1 in the final, the same
Oh,
youth
I think it was
academy,
2
by
years
the way.
ago. 2 years
And
ago.
people
2
say
years ago.
2 years ago,
24.
and people say Chelsea's
As in 3-4.
academy is better, Spurs academy
No,
is
our
better.
academy is one of the best
Academy is
in the
good.
league.
People don't realize our club not able to nurture these talents is a different question altogether.
Coming back to the
I hope
argument,
you're right, Baba. I hope you're
I
right with
fully
what you
started.
said.
The reason also why they're failing right now is because the club is not in a position to let them succeed. And
Yep.
come back to what I started this conversation with, Marcus Rashford should be a disclaimer. The prime example of a guy who himself went down the wrong lane. वो अपने आप खुद के पैरों पे कुल्हाड़ी मारा है उसने, but mentally destroyed by the club's chop and change in certain uncertainty.
Yep.
You get Bukayo Saka into this United team also, he would have floundered probably faster than Rashford.
Arey bhai sahab. No.
No, what is the
Yes.
difference? Arsenal was on their way up at the right time with
No,
Arteta
there's no
coming in.
difference. I
There's no
agree.
difference.
You're right.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
difference.
This is the difference of the club. Why did Mason Greenwood succeed? He was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at that given point of time, a guy who knew how to nurture a guy very, very well, hone his talent and protect him. कि he
Animesh,
couldn't.
you remember how he shocked everybody in Australia when they asked who's the best finisher in the league, and he was like in the team, and he was like Mason Greenwood, and everyone
Mason
was like,
Greenwood.
"What?" They were like, he was like Mason Greenwood, and I'm like, "Wait,
Ole knew his shit,
my
man.
my
Ole knew his shit.
gunman knows what a gunman looks like." And when he said
Ole
Mason Greenwood, I was like,
Ole knew
"We're
his shit,
back,
man.
baby. We're back.
Ole.
English striker at United."
What Baba
I
is
was
saying,
like,
I was
"Yeah."
about to say that there is no way this guy is woken up and been like, United Academy sucks. I don't want to use them. Come on,
No,
no
no,
one.
no,
Like,
no, no,
it's not possible. That being said, where we
no, no.
criticize him is Rue. Mainoo, he could have done a bit more. But
Yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time, Mainoo is not United fans. Chat पे Mainoo वो player नहीं है जिस पे the hill. He is not the hill you should be dying on. Trust
Yeah.
me, don't do it. We
There are
have bigger
many
problems in our
other
club.
players.
Pranav, I have a question to ask you in particular, right? Because I was curious about this because Animesh also, I told him not to get gassed for the AFCON week. What would be your thoughts if Kobe Mainoo doesn't start after all these players are either injured or going to Africa or wherever they are going to play AFCON?
Oh, bro, don't talk
What
about
what do
injuries. Very
you
good.
honestly think it's going to be? Do you honestly think Ugarte is better than Mainoo? If he, let's say he plays Ugarte instead of Mainoo, wherever, and Bruno moves wherever, and everybody else moves wherever. Let's just say Mainoo doesn't start in the pivot after everybody is gone. What would be your thoughts then about what's happening behind the scenes? I'm
Yeah, exactly.
curious to know.
And also like the and and Nathan, you remember the hoax
That's a
around
good one,
4-3?
right? That's actually a good question to think about,
Yeah, it's a
right?
good
Because
question.
then,
So let's
because
think about it.
the agenda or lack thereof agenda, we will see. No, now this
And al-
week coming, we will see
and
what's happening.
also all the hoax around that Amarim is actually tinkering and trying to play 4-3-3 was completely
No.
busted last night, by the way. So, and I'll tell you, Nathan, an interesting thing. Okay, hear me out. Okay, even if Amarim plays 4-3-3, I swear to God, your midfield three would still be Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro.
I'll take that. That I'll be okay with. I mean, I won't be happy
That's
with it,
gonna be
but
the
I'll take it.
midfield.
I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll
And you
take it.
have Cunha, and uh,
Who's playing left wing, yeah? Who's playing left wing? Now this is going to be annoying, yeah. Really.
Oh, yeah, man. So this is what it is, man. I think I would, and Annie mentioned this rightly, right? Fans, I know Menu is a conversation that's happening. That's brilliant because we like the player. Everyone likes the player. Everyone wants him to do well. Fantastic. There are bigger problems than Menu in this club. And if Amarim
Okay,
is
so
telling that is
Hmm.
right,
yeah,
like
no.
the likes
So
of
Pranav says, oh, sorry, no, continue. I'll
no
just
no no
read
no.
what the answers. No, because they gave the answers to the question I posed. No,
The
so
thoughts will
the
depend
thoughts
upon
will
whether we
depend
win
on
or
yeah. I don't care if Mainoo starts or not. Interesting. Then Trilang Park says, love the name.
then what? Hey,
It
hold
is
on.
clear that Amarim doesn't rate Mainoo if he doesn't play during AFCON. That is the other spectrum, the next answer. And the third answer is Mainoo's brother basically made it difficult for him even now even more. His chances
Annie,
starting a Villa and now in a doubt. You know what's so funny about these three? They came in a row, and that is literally any of these three could be the reason he doesn't play or plays. This is the best part. They
Annie,
answered
Annie,
three perfect
and you
answers
know,
in a row.
Annie, what's the best part about Pranav's comment, that the thoughts will depend on whether we win or not.
Yeah.
So we win not. If we, I don't care if Menu starts or not. So you
Hmm.
mean to say you don't care your academy starts or not?
Hmm.
We need to win.
He just wants to win. So
Yeah, and I
So if
fair.
the
think that
academy shit,
that should, but that should be the core of it. It doesn't matter about the academy, na.
Hmm.
जो
Mhm.
I said this मैंने ये सीजन के स्टार्ट में बोला था, when a tough run was supposed to come,
right?
हारना बंद कर दो भाई, पहले तो हारना बंद कर दो. So
Hmm.
technically आपने बोलोगे कि जो बॉर्नमथ का गेम था ना, लमेंस ने बचा लिया, हम हारे नहीं.
Mm,
It is progress on
mm,
last
mm.
year because you've lost to
Right.
Bournemouth 3 times in a row or 2 times in a row at home 3-0.
Yeah.
The fact that Bournemouth has still scored at Old Trafford over the last 3 seasons, has scored 10 goals against you, is laughable. But you have still not lost like you usually would have. Is that an improvement? Maybe. Chalo, I would say yes, it is a slight improvement.
Mm.
So हारना बंद करो. हारना बंद करोगे तो you'll be like, okay, we are not that bad. Then you'll start looking at things better. But the only way you can turn these results, losses into draws, draws into wins, is अगर जो मैनेजर के पास एक 11 प्लेयर की स्क्वाड हो या 15 प्लेयर की स्क्वाड हो who buy what he is saying, otherwise it's not going to happen with or without academy being those 15. And the
Yeah.
way it is going, Diego Dallo, Mason Mount, everyone wondered, Luke Shaw, why do they keep starting? These three are guys molded by managers. It is just, and I've given him the, it is what it is. I've said Diego Dallo, worst case, even if you end up getting a better right wing back, left wing back, keep him as a squad player. Don't have to sell him.
Don't have to
Because
sell
he
him, right?
does
Yeah.
what the manager wants them to do. He
Yeah.
trains the way the manager tells him to train. He does what the manager tells him to do. Okay, he's bad in some games because he's sometimes just bad. He is
Animesh,
not the best.
just say what you really want to say. I love this answer from you, but just say doggo is shit and we'll move on. It's all good.
Dog
No,
Just say
it's
that.
not just about Dorgo. It's about you don't have anybody as a right wing back. You have Mazraoui who can't play right wing back,
No,
but
but
he's a good right center back.
he's
You
technically
want to play.
replacing doggo though.
He's technically replacing Dorgo. He's replacing Dorgo. And why is Luke Shaw still starting over Licha? If the Licha's fit, Luke Shaw's looking exhausted. He looks absolutely done last game. First goal you can
Yeah.
say is on Luke Shaw, on Dallo, and everybody. But Luke Shaw just shows up and he does. Luke Shaw positionally does not cause destruction to the extent of which
Yeah, that is true.
your midfield has cost you. Your
Hmm.
players tracking back has cost
By the
you.
way, the
You
fourth
don't
goal
think
was Licha's mistake. I
Right.
know people
Right.
are throwing Heaven under the bus, which is
Right.
weird
it was
because the
Licha.
most
Licha came on, it was
It
on
was
him.
Licha.
That's the
actually it
Evan is
actually
still
went
there.
between the center and right left hand side,
Center.
which is actually Licha's side of
And
Evan Nilsson, hi, Mo's here. What's up, Mo?
yeah,
Evan
Hey
Nilsson
Mo.
goal was on Heaven. Evan Nilsson was on Heaven because he was slow to
Yeah.
wake up to the second half.
Bro.
But again, very simply put,
Rupi.
Licha was also bad after he came. I mean, look, the whole team looks defensively crap, but
Yeah.
Licha looked good in the last game, and you're like, wow, look at his range of passing.
And
You can't be so reactionary.
Paolo Maldini saying is Ash by Mainoo is also injury prone. Should Amarim build it? See, it's injury prone. No, I've said this time and time again. Your
Great
injury
question.
prone status. No, it's a good question. Your injury prone status will only be proven if you get a run of games. So Mainoo when and this is what Nathan mentioned, when Mainoo got that injury when he was still in his growing stage at 18 years old, he came and played under. He was actually, by the way, a cam profile who was molded into a number 6, by the way, right? Played under
Sounds
Eric Ten Hag,
familiar.
right?
Sounds familiar.
So he played under Eric Ten Hag, played a lot of games actually under Eric Ten Hag, didn't get injured much. Then he got injured under Amarim's era, and then again came back, right? Played few games, scored some banger goals, right? Like the point people need to understand that the player's fitness will only improve when they get games. Now I'll come back to a player that we had all discarded, and I'll be guilty of it. Nathan, I don't know if you mentioned it or Annie, you mentioned it. Mason Mount.
Yeah,
I had said this in the start of the season. Mason Mount was injured for 2 seasons, right? I did not trust his fitness. I wanted him sold.
I still
Now
don't. I still
right? You
don't.
still
It's
don't
only half
exactly.
season.
You like my stat, Ash? Remember we discussed it. Luke Shaw has
Right,
played more games than
Right.
Mason Mount and Lisandro
Right.
since they've signed.
Right. So now
Luke
Mason
Shaw,
Mount,
baby.
I'm able to trust Mason Mount because now Mason Mount is playing week in week out, and now we are able to see that he can play when he's fit, can be absolutely vital for us. So unless and until we give Kobe Mainoo a run of games, you cannot judge his fitness, you cannot judge his ability, you cannot judge whether he's going to work in the system. That's it. Period. And I'm going to give another example. A lot of people I have faced flag from like a lot of people. I said when there was a conversation going on around Binder Annie, that Binder is not good enough. I said this right away. Last season, fans' narrative was that Binder is better than Andre Onana. Now, Andre Onana was preferred over Binder. Binder was not getting enough chances even after doing a fantastic penalty shootout save against Arsenal, right? Uske baad, he got run of games, made mistakes. Few games he started and made mistakes. I was like, give. And then, Sene Lamens was bought in and people were saying why he wasn't started. I was like, you need to give your number 2 who was waiting for his opportunity when your number 1 was shit to play some games. Now he played 6 games. He turned out to be shit. Now Sene Lamens is your number 1 goalkeeper. This is how merits work.
Absolutely. I agree.
So that's how you need to take on this. Like I still say, like, and I'm not. It's not hindsight. It's just pure context. Manu Lugarte was one of the best players for Man United in the Europa League because he was getting a run of games. Now suddenly he's shit. Why? He's not. He's hardly played minutes. He hardly has started games. Now we are into AFCON with players lacking match fitness and match sharpness. You see the problem. This is what I was saying. Now we're gonna throw these players with lack of match sharpness and match fitness, and we're gonna lose 2 games against Aston Villa and Newcastle because Casemiro is suspended.
We are not losing any games to anybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Right?
I mean,
Listen,
I would-
my rule,
You
I
see my
told
point.
Animesh, my rule is the same. We lose to Wolves, sack them all of them, sack all of them. Everybody should get sacked. That's it, all of them except Bruno.
Wolves at home, that too now.
But you,
Animesh, I don't care if it's in the threes wise monkeys bar, dude. We cannot lose to Wolves. I don't
we
care
cannot
where it is.
lose. Can't
Bro,
even
this
draw.
narrative, I want to
No,
cry.
no.
This narrative.
Don't
You saw
lose.
what they
No,
did against
draw.
them. You saw what they did against them. No, don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care.
you can't.
No. Draw is not acceptable.
You know,
That's it.
Ash was like, I wouldn't mind if we don't beat Wolves. I looked at him. I'm like, bro, I'm going to cry.
You didn't
want
get
to
my context.
cry.
What I was
I will
saying is that
sack him.
see, for me, I'm only focused on the rebuild, right? My only focus this season has been on the rebuild. I want to see my players getting minutes. That's it. Period. And then I want to judge the squad whether they're good enough. Who are the actual deadwood? Who are not?
So
Then you sell.
can we all agree?
Then you rejuvenate the squad.
Dallo is going to be in team of the
No,
season. and
Dallo.
left back.
Dallo is. I've changed my opinion on Dallo. I'm so sorry about Diego Dallo. Nathan, you can celebrate it week in, week out. I'm gonna say it right to your face. I don't mind getting
Well,
proven wrong.
This
about
fellow is
something.
another shameless fellow. I can't wait for your video to come out. I'm going to send him voice notes for the.
I already did a video, by the way, on Dallo last year with Kostub. I don't know if you know Kostub from Calcio.
Yeah, I know Kostub. Yeah.
So Kostub and
I'm
I
gonna
did a
check it
video about not blaming players. It was very casually discussion where Kostub brought the data in, and we just had a very honest conversation about certain players who get blamed or go thrown under. That was last season though. But I'll just say one thing.
Whoa.
It is Dallas captain. It just comes down to a simple thing. I
Right.
expected us to beat West Ham. That's 2 points gone. I expected us to play against Everton and beat them. That's 3 points. That's 5. And I really expected us to at least get a result against Nottingham or Tottenham. Right? So that's 2.
Yeah.
We are 7 points away from where we should have been. I'm talking about only this season right now.
And there's 33 points are sitting at third place, by the way.
So, I mean, this season is clearly a very average Premier League season and the slow start.
Yeah. Even
But
Chelsea.
what
Look at Chelsea. Like,
But the problem it gives me is even if I try to engage the argument this way, with this pivot, right?
people will say mediocrity.
We so
etc.
very easily are going to most likely, I think, at least lose to Newcastle at home,
Oh,
draw
yeah.
Villa away maybe, and then you are suddenly casually 12th again because the
No,
points
who's
table is there.
next? No, put the context. Who's after that?
Wolves, Burnley, Leeds.
Bro,
Yeah.
if
We
we
gotta
roll
win
into
those
2026 with a Wolves loss, the head loss I'm going to display is going to be generational. I'm telling you, if we lose to Wolves, I'm going to be done, dude. Really.
Oh, swear to God.
I mean,
Ash, did I tell you the
Newcastle-
stat or did I tell Animesh the stat about
Which one?
the 5 leagues
Which
last
one? No, I think it
season,
must be
5 Wolves?
anything.
Oh, you're gonna love this one. I'll
Okay.
break it out for the chat. This was before we played Wolves, guys. I will update it when we play Wolves, just to make people more stressed out on purpose. That one will be. Everyone should be stressed out, by the way, if we lose to them. I'm not going to lie. We should be.
हमको ज़्यादा life में stress चाहिए नहीं यहाँ पे.
No.
बाल गिर रहे
We
हैं
need
अभी.
to be stressed when you hear this, okay? Before we play Wolves earlier, okay?
Yeah.
These are the last place teams in the from the National League to the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday, shout out to Hamas. 1 win. Okay, 18 games. I wrote the games even. So
I
there's
see
no
where you're
cheating.
going.
There's no cheating. Huh? I wrote the number of games. No, so there's no cheating. Port Vale, League One. Shout out to Sir Stanley Matthews. 3 wins, 18 games. 3 wins, that is, okay? Newport County, shout out to a team better than Swansea. If Suraj, hello, if you're watching. 3 wins in 18 games. 3 wins in 18 games. So that's another 3 wins. Now, this is my favorite one. Are you ready? National League. The only team I've never heard of up till today. a team called Truro, Truro, 3 wins in 21 games. And people were saying that we are okay if we lose to Wolves. Hasn't scored in 8 games, only scored 8 goals, and they
Fair.
don't have a win in 14 games. And they were telling me it's okay.
Fair.
Update on 30th December, guys, for the next round.
Fair. Fair.
Now tell
This
me,
is
should he or should he not have
No,
got
no.
sacked if we lost to Wolves?
Of course, I told you in general that I am still not for sacking him, but Wolves' loss would be,
Wolves.
yeah, you know,
And
you can't lose first
Annie
game or 2 points.
and Annie, I'm actually worried at home more than away against Wolves. I'm
What?
worried. Yeah, I'm worried, bro.
No, I'm not.
Wi-
I'm not falling. I'm
No,
not
wi-
biting these baits, dude. I'm not having
without
any of this.
no, you just don't know. Like Wolves almost drew against Arsenal at Emirates. They might be just coming back.
That sounds like an Arsenal problem to me, not a me problem.
No, it is an Arsenal
I
problem,
mean,
but
अगर जो
Wolves were
हमको
compact.
context चाहिए तो Wolves play Liverpool before us. So if they do have to do something, let them do it against Liverpool.
Exactly,
Oh,
bhai.
Lala, bro. If
Lala.
they lose, Lala. Oh yes.
I'm gonna do the watch along for sure.
5K incoming. That's all we'll say. 5K incoming for sure.
5K incoming.
So Frank
1,000
should be
watching.
sacked if he draws to them. Ethan, frankly speaking, I don't care what anyone else does. For me,
Yeah.
as a United fan, it's unacceptable. If Spurs fans want him to get sacked if they lose to Wolves, sack him.
Yeah.
Sack him. Trust me, Ethan. A lot of Ethan thinks I'm very negative on Amarim. By the way, might have a great point. We'll find out, I suppose, in the future. But the Wolves thing is inexcusable, and most content creators, or honestly, will tell you the same thing. It won't be just me.
Some things are like, you just can't.
We have to have some sort of standard, Ethan, irrespective of how good or how bad we are playing. I'm sorry.
Because of Wolves, how they've played this season. Had Wolves in winning 2-3 games and decent performances,
I'd be
and
worried.
then,
Wolves have been a
we-
bogey team. I remember that Ruben Neves 1-0, bro, against Ole. I remember it very well.
I mean,
Horrifying,
Wolves under
personally.
Nuno Espirito Santo. There's no way you're beating them.
Very
Had
good.
Wolves draw, great result away from home, right? Even Burnley used to feel like that 1-0 wins at Burnley used to feel like, oh my god, thank God.
Bro, Burnley.
Remember?
Thoughts on Semenyo rumors? Semenyo rumors are getting. No, they're not with us. No, they're not getting anywhere.
No, I think
It's
he
Ben
means with
Jacobs. It's Ben
Liverpool,
Jacobs.
na?
हाँ,
Ben
Liverpool
Jacobs is
को-
saying it?
Ben Jacobs saying Semenyo.
Bro, he's the guy this season. I have to say, he doesn't have a fancy catchphrase, but he's been quite accurate this season.
For us,
But
for
people
United.
don't rate.
Yeah, for bro, Ben Jacobs for us has been
No,
super
no, but
accurate.
once again, I'm just. Why will
he's an
I
aggregator,
don't know
bro.
if I don't know if it's us or not, but it could be Liverpool.
What
Could
he'll
be
play
tough.
left wing back for us. The fuck is he going to play?
Eh,
I mean,
No,
Oh,
no, I'll
Animesh,
tell you. I'll
Animesh,
tell you, Animesh. I'll tell you,
Animesh.
Animesh.
Don't stress, bro. System.
No,
We
no,
are
no.
good.
S-
Wing backs. System. Don't be
Because
stressed.
Bruno is leaving. They're getting chat will say, "Oh, you have to sell Bruno to get Semenyo because."
Bro, I
So
think
then,
I'm going to have back-to-back
as scrappy as
generational
it
head
sounds,
losses
then
this year.
I'd rather play Cunha and Shesko up top, Bumo on the right, Semenyo on the left, Mainoo and not Casemiro next season in
Hey,
midfield.
so many clubs are in for Semenyo. It's not even
Then
just
Man City,
United.
United. Oh, I don't. If there are 3 clubs, we are definitely
I
third.
can promise you, it's Liverpool.
Yeah, if there is 3 clubs involved, it's definitely not us. We are just there to get the high cup.
I think there was a report came in, right? I don't think so. United making any crazy signings this January. It's all summer.
mean,
The most
they
you're gonna
will
get is
be
a
able-
loan.
एक क्रेजी चीज ये होगी अगर जो हम मिडफील्ड साइनिंग ना करें. Genuinely, we're not lasting with
और मैं
Casemiro.
फाड़ दूंगा भाई in your
Bro,
yeah,
we are,
I
bro.
swear to God.
Then we might as well just not watch football next season if we don't get midfielders, because it's going to be the same issue
It's
again.
like lying to us. Like it's like lying to
No,
your fans.
100. It's like it is a lie to us. There is no. It's
Yeah.
like we have been lied to brilliantly. I might add.
No, we have been lied to since like Ole times. Never got
Oh,
like a
well.
good midfield combo.
That is so
So-
true, but
Yeah.
the phase
Yeah,
2.0 of the project is beginning with wingers at wing backs. So see, Animesh, we're getting on board. Antoine Semenyo.
Left wing back, right
On
wing
that
back.
note-
Animesh, Come on,
On that-
Animesh. Semenyo and Dallo, dude. Who would have thought? Who would
On
have
that
thought?
note, it is time to
Mm.
end the stream. It's hour and a half.
Yes, yes. Because we
Before
can
we
go on
get-
and on.
Before we get crazier and crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
But before we
What a
leave,
stream! What a stream!
chat-
What a stream! By the
बहुत
way.
मजा आया,
What
बहुत
chat.
मजा आया. एंड दोनों चैनल को प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर देना. स्पोर्ट्स नॉट नेथन इज देयर एंड एश टॉक्स फुटबॉल. दोनों के टारगेट्स को मीट करने में, अचीव करने में उनकी हेल्प कर दो. एंड ऑब्वियसली सब्सक्राइब टू फुटबॉल ब्लडी हेल्प एज वेल.
Exactly.
लीव अ लाइक
Yes.
ऑन द स्ट्रीम बिफोर गोइंग. लीव अ लाइक ऑन देयर स्ट्रीम्स व्हेन यू डू इट. बेन जेकब्स ने बोला दिया तो सुन लो. He said 4 days ago about Tyler Adams, but 2 days ago
Oh,
Fabrizio said
Tyler
Ben
Adams.
Jacobs
Oh
about
my
Adams.
God. If we could get Tyler Adams mid-season.
And people
Oh,
in
sorry,
the chat
Raiola,
who
you're getting relegated.
and people in the chat who discovered me knew you don't know what shit we do on the watch alongs. So kabhi kabhi
Yeah.
aa jana. So
आ जाना देखने, आ जाना.
yeah,
चलो
exactly.
guys, thank you so much everybody. Thank you so much Nathan and Ash. बहुत
Good to
मजा
be
आया.
back. Good to be back. Good to be back.
कल फिर से मिलते हैं दोबारा. चलो.
मिलते हैं
Good night.
man. See you guys. Bye.